Hello. Sorry for being late. My bad. I thought Lukaku was coming a YouTuber. Well, that'll be another question. But yeah, hello and welcome from Chelsea Fan TV on a beautiful sunny day, beautiful Thursday, on a day where we take on Copenhagen in the UEFA Conference League. It's been a interesting couple of weeks. Obviously, we've had the weekend off, which has been good for all of us. To be fair, not seeing us probably lose, but yeah, we're back into the business today against a Copenhagen team that are top of their league and not doing too good. Let's say so. We're going to get into all that after. But first of all, let me remind you to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And let's get the likes up on the video. All I want today is 70 likes. Can we get to 70 likes for this video, for my time? And let's see where we get to. But yeah, we go into the game today pretty confident. I don't know about people in the chat, but very confident that we can get a result today, and we make it 3-3 within a space of a few weeks. It's been a very difficult patch where we've been inconsistent. We've lost plenty of games. Obviously, we played well against Southampton. We've got a chance to win today, and we've got Leicester at home. So that could be 3 wins and a bounce going into the away game at Arsenal. So for me personally, it's a no-brainer. We've got to go out there and give a good performance. Probably get a clean sheet as well. We're going to get into some comments made by Cucurella on the goalkeeper situation and the confidence that they've given him. So hopefully we can see a clean sheet tonight as well as a good performance. And it's important that we do it. Um, you know, Once we finish this little easy patch, we're going to have Arsenal away, international break, Tottenham at home, and then we're going straight into the money of the season where we've got teams in and around us. So we need to start picking up form now. We need to forget the performances we've had, say in January, in February, the bad performances had, and we need to start March flying. We need to start today. For me personally, if we want to get Champions League, the season starts today, and we can go in and hopefully get into some good form going into the money end of the season. Gonna go into a couple of comments before I start getting into some videos and whatnot. Gonna go into this one from Tom Man. Big up to yourself. Thank you for joining today. We need a 3 or 4-0 win to rest players in the second leg ready for the Arsenal game. Facts. So we've got Copenhagen, Leicester, and then Copenhagen at home next week. We go out there today and get a 3-4-0 advantage. We can just basically play our second team. We can play all the youth players and rest up for Arsenal, which is important. We've had a rest on Saturday during the weekend, which is important. But I feel like we don't need to be getting injuries going into this Arsenal game. It's going to be a 3-pointer. We can catch them up. We can catch Nottingham Forest if we win against Arsenal. So that's more important for me. So yeah, you are right. Can we go into this game today and get ourselves a little bit of a space going into that game? Going to another game from Shivenda. Give me one sec. Shivenda. We should finish the game in the first leg so that we can be more prepared for Arsenal. Exactly what I just said. We could put Cole Palmer on the bench and bring him on the last 20 minutes. 100%. To be fair to you, I'm just going to be real. Cole Palmer at the moment, with his form and everything else, I feel like we should be starting Palmer tonight. We need to get him. We need to get a goal in Palmer. We need to get a goal or assist. We need something from him. It's been one of his baddest patches in the Chelsea shirt the last few weeks, and everyone's getting on his back. We all know that within football, you're going to have bad performances. You're going to have hot and cold patches, and he's going through a cold patch now. Maybe tonight he starts and he gets a goal and assist, and that can push him forward to get another one against Leicester, and get his form back, because we all know that he's a most important player, and he has been for the last 2 seasons. But I feel like he's just a bit of lack of confidence. Maybe a goal or assist will get him back up to speed. So maybe he starts tonight. For me personally, why not? Why not start him and bring him off towards the end of the game? More comments again. Gonna go into a comment right from the start. And this is from Neil Macronel. So I'm going to go all the way down from the start. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to go into a few videos and a few comments from Maresca as well. So, any news on the next protest? Interesting question. We all know that the protest against Southampton is not enough. It is not enough. And we clear to see where their priorities lie. We're signing more kids again. We're signing another 17-year-old from Brazil. We're signing players, youngsters from France are here and again. So the next protest needs to be in the pipeline for us to obviously get the message out to these board members that this next transfer window in the summer is important to where we want to go as a club. We need to continue the protest, and there needs to be another one in the pipeline. There needs to be people organising it. If not Leicester, if not Arsenal, maybe Tottenham at home. Get another one organised Tottenham at home, because if people are under the impression that just the one-time occurrence of this protest against Southampton is enough, listen, these are laughing at us. These board members, these top bowlers and Feliciano, they're going to be laughing at us. They are not going to take one little protest seriously. It needs to happen till the end of the season. So, in answer to your question, though, I don't know, but something needs to be in the pipeline as soon as possible. Gonna go through some more. Stephen, thank you for coming back again, brother. Big up to yourself as well. Gonna do my best to get as much information out on certain issues today. So, gonna go down to the bottom. Tom Mann, remember we have 20 before I start. We have 28 people watching so far. Can every single one of you just click the like? Yeah, and we'll get up to the 75 that I want towards the end of the show. But yeah, do remember to click to smash the likes. So Tom Mann, a free running role from Palmer today. Get a goal and assist will give him some good confidence going forward. Will be key for the Leicester game too. 100%. He's key to us getting top four. Nevertheless, the Leicester game. It's been a difficult run, not only for him, for the whole team collectively. And I feel like teams have done their homework on him, that they know if you can nullify Cole Palmer in most games, you're nullifying most assists and goals from Chelsea. And teams are getting around him and they make it difficult for him. And he hasn't stepped up to the plate. Um, do I blame him? No, I don't. It's a team sport. If your team's not playing well, Cole Palmer's not going to play well. We cannot depend on Cole Palmer digging us out every single week, which he has done. So, like I said, give him a run tonight, give him a goal, get him a goal, and give him a goal and assist, and maybe going to Leicester game, his confidence is starting to come back because we're gonna need him. He's our most important player right now in this team, and he has been for him and Caicedo. Equally very important players for us, and we both need to see him firing for us to have any chance of us getting top four. Gonna go down furthermore. Since when we got rid of Felix, Shukwenga, Veg, Kasaide, we've got squad, we've got no squad, we haven't got squad depth. Got many options before Lava is coming back. Yeah, just seeing that news today. So Enzo Maresca coming out today. What do you feel? People in the chat, Enzo Fernandez, Enzo Maresca coming out saying that uh, Lava is back in training, back in contention to start probably after the international break. How do you feel that's going to help us? Because the depth in that midfield, the KDH is the only player that can back up Calcide and ends at the moment. It's not acceptable. So Lava is going to be needed. So anyone, it'd be good to see him back, wouldn't it? And hopefully he comes back and stays fit. That's the most important thing. He's been back and he's been injured. He's come back and been injured numerous occasions throughout his Chelsea career. Same with Fofana as well. We need these players back. We need them for. We need the depth. I think Fofana and Lavia going into the season, that's like two signings as well as Jackson. You got that core back, you got that spine back within the team, and hopefully that can push us on to achieve our targets because top four is a must. I keep hearing people saying I keep hearing it. Top five is a successful season. Top five will get a Champions League football. That's not acceptable. We cannot depend on Villa, Liverpool, and Arsenal doing one in the Champions League for us to get Champions League. We need to get top four. So we need that callback, and we need Lavia, we need Fona, we need Jackson back, and we need them firing coming back off this international break for us to have a chance. So yeah, it'd be good to have Lavia back and to get that a bit of depth and a bit of cover because you can't have your main men playing every game, Casado and Enzo. I kept on saying it. If Caicedo gets an injury, um, even for 1 or 2 games, we are cooked because how the hell can you expect KDH to come in and do a Caicedo job? It's black and white. There's no comparison in respective of quality for the both of them. So yeah, we need Larvi back and we need to keep him fit. Rano CFC, he's not reliable for the long time. Same thing with Fofana. I believe the same thing as well. I believe James, Fofana, and Lavia for the long term. They've proved to us over the last couple of years that they're not reliable. So, do we need to look elsewhere? Do we need to ship them out? I don't know, but they've got till now to the end of the season, which is a reasonable amount of time. We've still got 3 months left of the season. Can they stay fit now, and can they help us to push on? Because it's not been good so far. And I think if they do come back for Fona and Alavia and even James now, and they get another injury, we've got to look to get rid of them and get them off the books because these players they're taking up massive chunks of the wage structure as well as they've got you know high sell value, high selling value as well. So maybe we can look to cut loose on these players to open up more doors for other players to come in because we need reliable players. It's a squad game. If we go into the Europa League or the Champions League next year, can you depend on this squad? I can't imagine right now if we're in the Champions League with the squad that we've got. It's just not sustainable. So yeah, they need to stay fit now and show us that they're ready to push forward and they're staking the claim for next year. The underdog. We need a Didier Drogba, big game player, someone that delivers when matters. Jackson ain't that guy. He's a winger playing as a striker. They should throw Sancho up front and Reece should be sold. Sancho up front, I don't know about that. I feel like Neto does a good job as a striker, but I don't think Sancho. He doesn't give me the work rate. He hasn't got that hold at play. He's definitely a winger, so I'd definitely keep Sancho on the left. And yeah, it's a topic that we've all been talking about the last 2 seasons. We need competition up front. Jackson started off the season really well, and everyone was saying he's the best striker in the Premier at one point, and then he's completely fell off, and he hasn't scored. I think he scored in these last 9 games, which is not acceptable. It's not good enough for Chelsea standards. So we need another striker up top. It's not it's not a hidden thing. We need another number 9, and we need a world class number 9. If that, like a guy called Reza Osherman, nothing less. We need top quality to push Jackson on because end of the day, he's got no rivals for that position apart from Nkinku. So things need to change next season when we need quality. We need quality. Gonna go to Stephen Michaels here. Hello, big up, my friend. Kev, have you seen our next schedule of matches? How many points do you think we're getting without a recognised striker? Well, let's go into that now. That's a good talking topic, Stephen. Let's go into. Give me 1 second. Chelsea. Give me 1 second. Let's go into the Chelsea fixtures. Okay. So I'm just going to share the screen. Give me 1 sec. Share screen. Share. Okay. So as you can see, and there. So, give me 1 sec. So, Chelsea fixtures. I'm going to go through it game by game for the end of the season. And I want you all to smash the likes before I start. So, game by game, in answer to your question, Stephen, this is a really good one, to be fair. So, Copenhagen, win. No brainer, win. Leicester City at home next Sunday, 9th of March, win. Copenhagen at home, another win. So that could potentially bring us to 4 wins on the bounce, which is showing some signs of encouragement. Then it's the difficult one away Sunday, the 16th of March. I believe, honestly, I do believe we can get a draw out of this. Arsenal obviously won 7-1 in the week, but they are not really convincing me that they're a title winning team. They're not convincing me that they're hungry enough. They lost against West Ham at home. So why not? I think a draw, and I think if we play well, we can actually get a win. And I haven't felt like this for the last few years. I felt like Arsenal away has been one of them games where you just go like, oh crap, here we go. But if West Ham have gone there in the last couple of weeks and stuck it on them and beat them, I'm sure we can as well. So I've hope. I think that could be a draw. Tottenham at home, win. It's a no-brainer. It's a non-negotiable. Tottenham, home and away is always 3 points. So win against Tottenham. Brentford, tricky encounter. Away from home, we haven't done well there the last couple of seasons. Way towards a draw. Maybe a draw on that one. Ipswich at home to be arranged. Got to be a win. Fulham away, potentially draw. Everton at home, it's got to be a win. Liverpool at home, looking more of a loss, but we could get a draw at that. Newcastle away, we haven't done well there the last year. Potentially a loss in that one. United at home, it's got to be a win. And Forest away, went there last year towards the end of the season, got a 3-2 victory. Um, Probably a more of a difficult game this time round. I could see that being a draw. So we could literally go on a bit of a run ourselves. Let's go back to the cam now. So we can literally go on a bit of a run. Um, can you zoom your screen? Sorry about that. Let me just exit off that. Let's remove this. So going into the end season, we could literally go on a bit of a run ourselves. And I'll speak confidently when I say this because the teams in and around us, okay, there's not many points from ourselves down to 10th place. But when you look at it realistically from a form perspective, it's very inconsistent from everybody at the moment. So if we win the next 3 games, which we're more than capable of doing tonight, Sunday, and next week, that gives us that confidence. That gives us that run that we need and that we haven't had since the end of December. Going into the Arsenal game, we should be confident enough to go there and get a draw easily. So it's possible that we can have a little run, and you know we've got to have the confidence. Maresca's got to give them the confidence. Top 4 is a must. So we've got to do everything possible. And I'm sure Maresca should be mirroring what I'm saying as well, that every team in front of you is beatable in the Prem now. It's not that deep. So yeah. Let's go into another comment from Jordan. Good evening. Good afternoon, Jordan, let's say. If we was qualified in the Champions League this season, so playing Conference League, we yeah, 100%. I don't think we would have made it to the round of 16 with the squad that we've got. Considering plenty of teams we're finding it hard. Bayern is finding it hard. Juventus is finding it hard. Real Madrid is finding it hard. Teams that are clear of us that are finding it difficult to get through this new Champions League format. So I'm sure we would have found it difficult ourselves. Man City are already out as well. So yeah, if we was in the Champions League this year, we would be getting cooked, and even talking by mid players. Because think about it, from the end of December, it's been a shit show, and yeah, we move forward. Like I said, March is a key month for us to get our form back and go into the end of the season with a bit of confidence for that Champions League position. Tom, if we get Champions League, we need recruitment for depth and a few signings for experience, a striker midfield, and experienced centre back to lead, 100%. And us fans, we could clearly see where the problems lay. We've got no experience within the squad, zero experience, zero leadership in the squad. We've got rid of Thiago Silva and then replaced him with Tosin. It's not like for like. And yeah, I just feel like Reece James has had that many injuries. When you're talking about your captain of your football club and he's played less than half the game so far, Enzo Fernandez, is he a captain? I don't think he is. We need experienced pros within this dressing room to push us forward, as it's just not going to be good. Even if we get Champions League and we've got a squad with this age range, I think the average age of our squad is 23 years old. Do you think you can go into a Bernabeu who've got Modric, who've got Courtois, who've got Rudiger? Do you think the squad of our depth and quality could go and even put in a performance against a team that they've been there, done it? They've got numerous Champions Leagues. They've got So the board members have got to really do their homework and do their research and bring in some experience, because it's not about having a squad of 24 youngsters. You can't achieve anything. So hopefully we're planning and we're going to bring in experience. If we get Champions League, hopefully the alarm bells will ring and say, you know what, we cannot have these youngsters competing. Can we go and get some more quality in the squad? To save the season, we just need to win all our home games. Easily said than done. Easier said than done. Jordan Evans. In the Chelsea fixtures, we must win playing Leicester, Everton, Ipswich, Tottenham, Arsenal away, draw Brentford, Fulham, and Man U draw, lose against. Yeah, I could probably agree with you most of them. I could probably agree with most of them, to be fair, mate. Um, the underdog. At this point, I'll take a negative score and shut up shop. 1-0 wins each week. Let's face it, we need points. If we play fancy, pass the parcel, we get hit easy on the rebound and we get exposed too easy. It's not rocket science, bro. That's how it is. That's how it is. This passy play at the back football can't be achieved, and it can't be a winnable solution when you haven't got the players to play it. That's as simple as that. When we play at the back with this play at the back football, Tossing and Colwell, it's hard to watch how slow the football is. And we're just giving teams opportunities to press and win the ball. And we cannot continue to keep blaming the goalkeeper when most weeks your style of football is making it difficult for him. When the ball's getting recycled into the goal, teams are pressing and the keepers are losing the ball. We've seen it with Sanchez, and how many occurrences Sanchez is giving the ball away because the players are passing it back to him. We need to go out there and express ourselves. We need to go out there and play this forward football, forward thinking football. Get it into the channels as quick as possible. Get it into Neto. Get it into the area. This passive football is not doing it for us. And we've seen it against Brighton, 75% possession, and he's still winning. 75% possession, one shot on target. So something needs to change for us to go into this end of the season and finish productively, finish positively, and go on to win games. We cannot continue to play this style of football. Going to go on to Jordan. What are your thoughts on Estevio Willian coming to Chelsea? Would that make a difference when he comes into the squad? Most definitely. Most definitely. I feel like he has got no fear. He has got no fear whatsoever. He will come in and he will run at players. He's got end product. He's got skill. He's got everything that a modern winger needs. But it cannot be solely on his shoulders for us to achieve. I feel like the squad needs to step up. I feel like when Santos comes back as well, that will help him out a lot. With him being Brazilian, I think the both can help each other. But yeah, most definitely, Estavio Willian coming in next season. That's going to be a brilliant player for us. Obviously, with Misha being that as well. Who knows when he's coming back? That could be cover on that left hand side, quickly slotting in there. So, what a player to come in. But looking forward to seeing him. But also, more importantly, I'm looking forward to the team stepping up to make it easy for him, because is he going to want to come into this mess at the moment? Because let's be real, the last 2 months has been awful. Would you want to see Estavio coming into this team? And not at all. So the team's got to step up collectively for us to see the best out of him. So, just going to go into a couple of things. I've got a couple of things that I want to bring up. Also, we're going to go into the squad. So, we'll do that straight away. We'll into the squad. We'll go into this traveling squad. So, let me zoom in on this. Let me just share. So, we're going to just talk a bit about the squad today. So, it's like that. So, just give me one sec. Let me share. Okay. So, hopefully, if everyone can see that. So we've got the squad. Squad news coming out. Squad that has travelled to Copenhagen. Gusto, Sado, Tyreek George, Achimpong, Amogu, Bergstrom, Mekua, if that's how you pronounce it. We've got Jorgensen and Kinku, Sancho, Palmer, Dewsbury Hall, Shaloba, James, Sanchez, Cucurella, Toshin, Badashil, Colwell, Neto, and Enzo. So that's an extremely strong squad traveling to Copenhagen for this game. So it doesn't look like it's underestimating Copenhagen. I feel like Maresca's made he's made bad decisions in cup runs previously, against Newcastle being one, where he's dropped a lot of the first team players out and it's backfired. I think he knows now this cup is pivotal for him keeping his job, and also, you know, Conference League. If we can't win the Conference League, how is everyone expecting us to go and do a job in the Champions League? So I think he understands the importance of this. This is maybe the reason why he's gone with a very strong squad. But yeah, encouraging that he has done. I feel like tonight, what would everyone's starting lineups be? Post it in the chat. What would everyone's, so with the squad that we've got, what would be everyone's starting lineups? Because I'm gonna go ahead with mine for tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you and tell you what I'd start. One sec. So for me, it'd be Sanchez in goal. No brainer. Cucurella would be rested. So I'd go with Gusto left back. I'd go with Badashile and Tosin centre backs. Right back, difficult. It'd be James, but maybe we can swap him around at half time. So a back four, back five, Sanchez, Gusto left back, Tosin, Badashile, and Reece James. Midfield three for the two holders, two in the pivot. It would be Kieran Dewsbury Hall, and it'd be Enzo Fernandez. Keep it nice and sharp there. I think Dewsbury Hall in a game like this, it's a low risk. We can't risk Casado in this game. It's so important. I feel like we can't even risk him against Leicester as well. I'm heard that he's one yellow card away from a ban. So just rest him in this game, and even rest him against Leicester. I feel like Leicester are in that bad form at the moment. It's not a massive worry. So maybe rest him in both. Maybe Dewsbury Hall gets a start in both games. So they've been a pivot for me. We're going to go into the number 10. I'd start Palmer tonight. I really feel like Palmer needs a game where, no offense to Copenhagen, but they're not a quality team. I feel like Palmer will get a lot of the ball tonight. He'll look to get his confidence back. I feel like a goal and assist tonight going into this Leicester game. Maybe it continues to that game, and we get a Palmer back towards the end of the season, because he's been a no-show the last few games. But I feel like tonight he gets that assist or goal that gives him that breath of fresh air, let's say, and gets him back up and running. So Palmer in the 10. We're going to the wing positions. I'd go with Tyreek George on the left, and I'd go with on the right. I'd go with Nkinku, or Tyreek George on the left. George on George on the left, or either one. Nkinku on the left, George on the right, or swapping off. It doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna go with Neto starting as a striker. So that would be my starting 11 tonight. Thoughts in the chat. Thoughts in the chat. Gonna go with Strip Bear. Palmer needs confidence game, 100%. No confidence whatsoever at the moment. So yeah, Palmer starts tonight for me. Strongest possible squad. We need this trophy in the club league, the Club World Cup. We could sleep at any time in the league. Europa League is worst case scenario for next season. And I kind of, when we talk about progression as a club, there is progression. There is progression. If you've got a Europa League, there is progression. But when you talk about standards of Chelsea Football Club, standards are in the mud. Like, we need Champions League football. It's Champions League or nothing for me. I'd rather not even have Europa League next year, and I'd rather focus on winning the league or winning the domestic trophy. But if it comes, it comes. But Europa Conference League, it's got to be a win at all costs. but I'd rather see us finish top four. So there's got to be some kind of balance. But I'm sure Maresca's done his planning, and I'm sure that he'll get it right tonight. But I feel like if we win tonight and we give ourselves that advantage, that will help us out going into the Arsenal game, because we can rest players for that game, which is going to be very important. And hopefully knocking them off their title winning charge as well, and finishing that for them, that would be brilliant as well. Copenhagen defeated Man United last season in the UEFA Champions League group stage. Well, come on, that's not a hard task, is it, really? United have been the whipping boys for most teams. And strip bear completely hit the nail on the head. My granny could beat United at this time, most definitely. Any team could beat United. Any team sticking it on them, they went out to Fulham in the FA Cup just a weekend gone. So there you go. So Copenhagen beating Man United last season, that's not massive news. So we've gone into the starting lineup. We're just going to go into a bit about Copenhagen and their form. Give me a second. Let me just. So Copenhagen. We're gonna have a look at a bit of Copenhagen. Look at a bit of their what players they've got in the team. So let me just share the screen. Give me one sec. So I'll stop that one. Percent. Share screen. Copenhagen FC. Here we go. So Copenhagen coming to this game inconsistent form themselves. Okay, so I'm going to have a look. Let me just zoom the screen in for those. Can't see. There we go. A bit about Copenhagen's form and how they're doing. So we're going to go from start of Feb. So, bit cold in 1-0. Lost 3-0 to SK Rabbits in the Conference League. Lost against Elka. 4-3 loss against Ares in the league. 2-1 lead, 2-1 loss against Herdenhem, German team which we played as well. 2-1 win against Randers. 3-1 win against Heidenheim. 1-0 win against their league rivals Midtjylland. 0-0 draw against Aalborg on Sunday coming into this game today. So not convincing form themselves, very inconsistent. They are top of the league, I think by 1 point. So this game is there for the taking tonight. This game is massively there for the taking tonight. And I feel like we could go and get 3, 4, 5 tonight. We've got to be looking at it like that. We've got to be looking to start in our strongest possible team, but obviously having Leicester in mind. But I feel like it's a chance for, like I said before, Palmer and players that are coming into the game in a bad form to get a goal, get an assist, get them firing again. Because this game is definitely there for the taking. 1 second. So Chelsea fixtures. 1 sec. So yeah, massively. No doubt in my mind that we can get something, a massive result tonight. No doubt in my mind. I'm just going to have a look at a couple of the players in the roster as well. So I recognise Ronnie Baji, Ronnie Baji. Sorry for that if I misread his name. They've got, that's all I recognise. Marcus Lopez, recognise him. Jordan Larson. Mohamed Aloisi, Egyptian player. And Thomas Delaney, who's been around the block and played at some of the best European clubs. So not much to say about their squad as well. Not much to say about their squad. So this game is literally there for the taking. We can go and win this team convincingly, and it does help us. So tonight is a very important game. Very important game. So yeah. So with that in mind, so we've had a bit of look at Copenhagen. We've had a look at their previous games. So we're going to go into talk, chats, and comments from the manager going into this game. So I'm just going to go into. Give me 1 second. Let me just share screen. Pretty confident sounds coming out from Maresca, considering the form we're in. But he seems pretty confident going into this game. Let me just share the screen. Do you remember 35 in the chat? You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Please get up to 75 likes. And I'll very much appreciate that if you get up to 75. Right? So I'm just going to share. Okay, so we're going to go into a few comments from the gaffer coming into this game. So, this is
Gentlemen, it's match day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
it's match day.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Imagine if we had a Kante
it's
in
match
this
day.
match today. Imagine that. Imagine that. So, here we go. It's a few. So, Cucurella, when he was asked about the Europa Conference League and how confident he is of winning it. Yes, for sure. It would be a disappointment if we do not win this competition. State the obvious. We are in the third tier of European football, the lowest of the lowest. Disappointment isn't the word. Win or nothing. And I would even be completely over the moon with a win in the Conference League. It's not like I'm going to go and celebrate a win in the Conference League. It's just that we're in it and we've got to win it. Only team I can see that's going to give us any kind of difficulties is Real Betis, who've just come off a good result against Real Madrid recently. So we cannot underestimate Real Betis, but at the same time, we've got to win it. It's an absolute non-negotiable for us to win this Conference League. If we don't, we are a laughing stock, and it's an absolute embarrassment. Keith Rilla, told by journalists, he has a reputation of being the wine merchant. Well, I think everyone in the squad has their roles. I try to help the team, and age of the squad is not an excuse. People understands why the fans protested for South assists. We are in a good way. In a good way, maybe to your Brighton standards, but to Chelsea standards, we are not in a good way, brother. We are not in a good way. Until we've won a domestic cup, until we've got quality and depth in the squad, until we are back in the Champions League football consistently, when there's a style of football which is being matched by the people at board, members matching what we want to see by getting the best experienced players in the world, then we can say we're in a good way. But until then, the standards right now are in the mud. So that's just a bunch of PR. Maresca announces 3 defenders ready to play in the next 3 games. Trev is back. Benoit Badiashile is back. And Wesley Fofana is back. Good news. Good news. Good news that Wesley's back, because I think part to do with our dipping form was down to Wesley Fofana being out. He was up there, one of the best defenders in the league up until his injury. And he kind of gave us that confidence with his pace going in behind. And when we lost him, it was a big hole left. So hopefully now, with him coming back into contention, we can start lifting up the league. Enzo Maresca, Lara is back in training with us again. Maresca talking about one of the Copenhagen players, Elenussi from the squad. This is a question for them, not for me. Maresca analysis, very clear what they tried to do on and off the ball. I was here 63 years ago. I know the environment their players are manager. It's nice to watch them. So obviously respects Copenhagen coming to this game, which is always good. You have to respect every opponent at every level. So Maresca's obviously done his homework on this team, and hopefully he can execute a good plan and we get a good win, because it's most definitely needed. Palmer hints at Palmer will start his Conference League tomorrow. Besides add him in the final part of the season, Cole is excited to play the training sessions for sure. He's excited about playing these kinds of games. So maybe we see Palmer playing today. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised at that. I feel like he needs the confidence. He needs a goal. He needs an assist. He needs a good performance now. It's been a long time coming. Gonna quickly go back to the chat. Quickly go back to the chat and see where we are. 35 people in. Thank you for staying around. Big up my brother. Gonna go for a comment from Colton. Kev, uptown is not caring about what happens downtown. Nothing else matters. Only getting positive results on every pitch. But that's it better than myself, Dad. Big up yourself. The team they drew against have only won 4 games all season. Yeah. Bad. It's there for the taking, people. We can win this game. And I'm not expecting anything less than 3 or 4. Respect my club. Govinda, we did lose 2-1 to Servette early season. We should not take this game lethargically based on our current form overall. Yeah. And that's what Maresca just said. And that's why I believe he's coming with a strong squad, a very strong squad he's brought to Denmark today for this game. So he's not underestimating their squad and their form. Anything can happen on the day. If you underestimate the team, they will beat you. That's it. So we've got to go with our strongest team and we've got to put up a good performance. It's time for us now to start hitting the ground running again and forget what's happened in Jan and Feb. It's now March, new month, new start. Let's go and do the best we can because everything's in, Champions League football is in our hands for next year. There's no excuses, no excuse whatsoever. Big up Kev. I'm out here at the beach, down in sunny Portsmouth, down in Southampton. How you deals? Big up yourself, Lord Ben. Big up my G. Smash the likes, lad. You know what to do. Smash the likes, everybody. Big game tonight. Big game tonight. Kev, what do you think about Chelsea women dominating the Women's Super League and other comps? A huge positive in terms of Chelsea. Massive, massive, massive. And I think it kind of goes under the light because the level of the women's team and the men's game at the moment is million miles away. But there is positive and encouraging signs coming out of the women's game at the moment, and Chelsea being one, being the top 3 team in the world. They don't get the recognition they do, but it's only because the men's football is light years ahead, irrespective of quality. But brilliant to see what we're doing. The top of the league, beating teams convincingly in the cup, and obviously on a good Champions League run as well. So the women's team also need to get their stripes as well because they're doing good things for the club. And obviously Chelsea as a whole brand, what we're hearing from Todd Bowley is that they want to push the women's stuff forward as well and push them so they're getting more money, more this, more that. So it's all good news, and hopefully they get the recognition because they're doing a good job and they're holding Chelsea's label and Chelsea Football Club to the highest rating right now. So fair play to them. It's good to see him doing well. It's good to see him doing well. Gonna go back to more comments. Petrovic, as you can see there. Click on this. So let me just zoom in on this. Interesting news coming in about Petrovic. What are your thoughts on Petrovic for next season, people? Petrovic is allowed to stay next season following his loan spell at Strasbourg, where he's received rave reviews and been tracked close by Chelsea. Ray's decision to let him go in the first place. If he asked me who was the better keeper last year for us, I would have said Petrovic was clear of Sanchez. So when he went, it was a very strange decision. So for me, for us to be seeing him perform week in, week out in Strasbourg and get potentially, for me, player goalkeeper of the season in League One, it's a no-brainer. I don't feel like we need to invest in another keeper. We've got 8 goalkeepers on the board right now. We don't need another keeper. Bring Petrovic in, give him the number 1 shirt, sell Sanchez. That's it. We don't need to go and invest in a goalkeeper. We need a centre back, we need a centre midfielder, and we need a striker. Those are the 3 areas that we need to invest in. But I'm not talking under 21s. I'm talking experienced pros. For us to go out and get another goalkeeper is just wasting money. Give Petrovic that number one season for next year. Number one goalkeeper stop for next year. No brainer. News coming out Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea insist at this point Maresca is untouchable, a key part of the project with every club, everyone in the club happy to continue with him. No matter what happens in the final months, owner, manager, players all trust him. It's very different to Pochettino. Yeah. Thoughts on that, people? Thoughts on that? Thoughts on that? Do you feel, big question now for the 32 watching, do you feel there's been any change from last season compared to now? The form would suggest that we are. The play, it's kind of give us that bit of love back. When we was going in that good form, we were singing his name highly, and we've got in that bad form, and everyone's wanting him out. It's very wishy-washy. But the key question is here: has Enzo Maresca brought Chelsea back a tiny bit? Has he improved Chelsea? Can you give me your thoughts? Give me your thoughts on that one. Because the board seem to think that he's here for the foreseeable future, and I am not against that. I feel like Maresca's done good with what he's got. Thoughts on that, Pete? Thoughts on that? Thoughts on that? Want to go into a couple more? Yeah, more news coming out of Brazil. Another Brazilian youngster. Chelsea have returned to Gabriel Mek. Talks continue over price. No agreement yet over clubs. So Gabriel Mek, don't know anything about him, but it seems to be massive topic of conversation about another Brazilian youngster coming in. Goes to show that the model is not going to change anytime soon. But yeah, moving forward, just the last bit on some transfer news. We have been linked with two AC Milan stars at the moment, Rafael Leo and Tiani Renders. I have zero hope in these transfers. I have zero hope. Tiana Renders potentially, but Rafa Leo, no chance in hell. When you consider his the wage structure that we're on, we're not putting players on over 150 grand. We've got no chance of acquiring a player of that ability. He's going to want Champions League football for one as a bare minimal, and he's going to want 300 grand at least on his contract. So if we're willing to break the contract, maybe so. But as it stands with the wage structure, we've got no chance of attracting a player of Rafael Leo's quality. We're going to the chats again. So we're going into the final 10 minutes. Stephen, our squad is worse compared to last season. It actually is. When you look at it properly, considering we had Thiago Silva in there, we have Petrovic in there that are clear of any centre backs and goalkeepers we've got right now. We had more cover on in the left back positions. Yeah, we had more depth last year than this season. So they've spent more money to bring the squad backwards. That's the astonishing thing. You're spending more money, but the team is going backwards. The squad is going backwards. So who is going to be accountable if we don't get Champions League football? Because if we had players that we know we needed, like a number 9, which is going to get us goals. Let's be real. We would not be in a position now where we're 5th, 6th place. We'd be 2nd, 3rd. So the board members got to be accountable for it. Paul Stanley, clearly, got to be accountable for it. There's no excuses. We've got a good spine. We've got a good team. Let's be real, but there's no spine to it. These board members need to get a spine in place for us and get the leadership in place for us to push on, and I haven't done it. So I can't push the blame on Maresca. It's not Maresca's fault. If we don't get top 4 this season, it's not Maresca's fault. I feel like some of his tactics could have been changed in some games. I feel like sometimes his passing at the back football doesn't help us. But can you pinpoint the blame when the board clearly knew what they was getting before the start of the season? They knew his style of football. So they should have done everything possible to get him the players to suit his style of football, and never done that. So yeah, it's not on his head. I'm gonna go with right-footed left back. Maresca and Posh are two sides two sides of the same coin. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Just got to go into some more stuff on the Twitter. But give me 1 second. So there's more stuff to coming out. Just give me 1 sec. Let me just exit off this and go back into Absolute Chelsea and read some stuff off here before we finish up. Yeah, and everyone as well. What are your score predictions for now? Score predictions, and what would be your starting lineup? Because we're yet to see. We've got 34 in the chat. Score predictions. How are you feeling going into Copenhagen away? I'm feeling pretty confident, and I will give you my prediction at the end of the video. So yeah, score predictions in the chat. How do you feel we will do? Absolute Chelsea. I'm gonna go into some comments. So this is what I mentioned earlier. And do you believe that Cucurella is doing this solely to G's goalkeeper up and getting confident? I believe so. So Mark Cucurella on Philip Jorgensen, a really good keeper. I know him from Spain. I watched him in La Liga. He's very good with his feet. I love having Philip in the team. Hopefully, he can help us for the rest of the season. Yeah. Thoughts on that, people? Talking about trying to get your players confident and get them on your side. That's what you need. You need your players to back you up when you're doing bad. And that's what Cucurella's doing. And I believe Cucurella is showing signs of leadership. He's showing signs of a captain. I don't know about you. There's not many leaders in this squad, but Cucurella definitely epitomizes. And he's got all the got the chat. He's got the discipline. Maybe he's a future captain for next season, or a vice captain, because he's definitely saying the right things in the press conferences. Cucurella, this season I've scored goals. Hopefully I can score more. The manager said sometimes it's about being in good positions and the ball arrives. I understand what the manager demands. To me, I prove that I can score a lot of goals. Well, they've already scored 3, let's be real. And Cucurella, look, your job is not to score goals. Your job is to stop the goals coming in the goals, in at your end. That's all I want from my left back. Discipline, organisation. That's it. Discipline, organisation, and stop other teams from scoring goals. You're not judged on how many goals you're going to score at the end of the season, mate. So I feel like that's just irrelevant. How many goals you're scoring. But yeah, it's also good to have everyone chipping in with goals, but that's not important for your left back. Mark Cucurella on his penguin celebration. So that funny one he does. Laugh. The celebration, a lot of people think it's because of this. It's because I saw the internet, the Penguins choose one partner and a family for the life. I want to remember my family. So he does that in, yeah. So predictions. So as we come into the end of the video, I want everybody's predictions. We've got 40 people. Please smash the likes. I'm trying to get up to 75. What are your predictions going into the Europa Conference League game tonight against Copenhagen? Also, what are your starting lineup predictions? Who would you start tonight? Would you start Cole Palmer? Would you bench him? Would you start Nkunku in the 10? Would you start Neto in the number 9? I want to hear everything before I go. I want to hear what you think. I want to hear what you think. So, we've got Sirenda, Copenhagen 1, Chelsea 2. Masters of Transition. Nah, Chelsea win 4-1. Of it was Lukaku in the fun bell. You are not the first person to call me Lukaku, and you are not the last person to call me Lukaku. Lukaku, Stormzy, Lukaku. You just pick and choose. You just pick and choose, but always get told or look similar to him. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I'll let you decide in the chat. Same. I thought that was Lukaku. Maybe it's the yellow shirt. Yellow shirt from the end of the brother Managerial, maybe. I don't know. Master Michael, draw 1-1. Not very confident, Michael. Why is that? So why do you feel like we're not going to get the win tonight? I'm feeling very confident. I feel like there's 3 or 4 goals in it to us for us tonight. I really do. Right footed left back, 3-0 Chelsea. That's more like it. That's what we need to see. That's what we need to hear. We need our team tonight getting an advantage to take back to the bridge, and that's very important. Very, very important. Iron Tech, 3-1 Chelsea. Javinda, 2-1 Chelsea. We've got Tom Mann, 4-0 Sanchez, Colwell, Chaloba. So Colwell, Chaloba, James, Cucurella. So who would you play right back? Would it be Trev right back? No. Or Colwell and Chaloba centre back. James right back, Cucurella, KDH, and Casado in the pivots. Palmer, Neto, George, and QQ. So more of the same as me. Yeah, that's a strong team to play tonight. I fully agree with that. 0-0. Stephen Michaels. Mate, don't depress me more than I've already been with Chelsea. If I see 0-0 tonight, because I won't be watching the game, I'm going to be busy. If I see a 0-0 draw tonight, I will be livid because this team is there for the taking. We've got to win. No ifs, buts, or maybes. Kev is way better than Lukaku. Come on, love it. Thank you very much, Renda. I appreciate it. That's giving me a massive smile on my face. We've got Trevor. 3-1 Chelsea. Possibly. We need a clean sheet though, mate. We definitely need a clean sheet. Never confident when Sanchez is in goal. Nah, not at all. Not at all. But when you consider this goal is not scoring much goal, this team, Copenhagen, are not scoring much themselves. Are in very inconsistent form within their league. Mate, we've got to win. Got to win. There's no ifs or buts, mate. We've got to win and we've got to get a clean sheet. Clean sheets are very important now. Could be a clean sheet against Southampton, clean sheet tonight, clean sheet the weekend against Leicester, and another clean sheet again against Copenhagen. That's 4 clean sheets and 4 wins on the bounce going into Arsenal and that international break. That gives you so much confidence. Tom, we just need to get it done, Kev. I'm off. Speak soon. Up the Chelsea. Respect, Tom. Thank you for coming on, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day and hopefully we get a win for you, mate. Nice one for that. Nice one for locking in. Steve, we underestimate Copenhagen like United. Copenhagen will press us from minute one. Yeah, they will press us. And they've obviously got a clear identity of how they want to play football. But, mate, we're not Man United. We are not Man United. Man United struggle against anybody. Just to finish up here, Dave Hannigan, 2-0 Chelsea. I'm with you on that one. So pretty confident stuff. There's only Stephen really that feels like we're going to get a draw, but very confident going into tonight. I feel like we need a win and we need a clean sheet. But more importantly, we need Palmer getting an assist or goal or something like that to kick him on. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm very confident that we can get something out tonight, and I feel like we need to. This is basically sets us up. This can set us up going into these Arsenal games. So whatever we do tonight helps us out. So yeah, let's see. But yeah, before I go, smash the likes. Thank you for staying on, all 34 of you. It's been a privilege coming on. Smash the likes, subscribe, share, all that, and more importantly, up the Chelsea and enjoy tonight's game. Thank you for coming on.